YouTube, what's good? Welcome back to the spaceship. My name is the letter C, back again with another video. And in this video, I want to talk about how to make a beat inside of MPC Beats. Now, if you can remember my first beat that I did during the pandemic, basically restarting my YouTube channel, I did a video on the AKAI. I did MPK. I did a video on the AKAI MPK Mini MK3. And that's actually my best video to date. It has almost 4,000 views. Hopefully it'll hit 4,000 soon, but it has the most views so far since I restarted my channel. And a lot of people have been asking me how to use the program that comes with the MPK Mini, MPC Beats. It's free. It is a very, very intensive program, and it might be a lot if you're a beginner or you've never used a DAW before. But most DAWs all work the same. They do the same things. You just have to find the workflow. So what I want to do for the beginners out there who have this keyboard or this controller rather, and are trying to use MPC Beats, I'm just going to show you how to go from 0 to having your song being able to play it on iTunes or wherever you listen to your music. All right, so let's jump right into it. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is open up MPC Beats. This is how it looks when it's opened up, right? Now, like I said, there's a lot that you can do in this program. But real quick, I'm just going to point out a few things. You know, these are going to be our pads that we're going to use for this. And these should correspond properly. If they do not, like if your first button is not hidden right here with the A1, I want you to come over here. Click this button right here. I want you to go to learn. And I want you to find your MPK Mini 3 if you have that, or find whatever device you're using. Select that, learn that, and then it should set you up so that everything works properly, right? Let's close that. Okay, so you know it's our main transport, got our BPM, we can tap tempo. This is our time correct, on and off. Like I said, there's a lot. I don't want to go through everything, just what we're going to be using. You got your sequence right here. So this is going to be our main sequence that we're going to make. Right now it's at 2 bars. What we could do is maybe move that up to 4. So we have a 4-bar loop. So now you see over here, it goes to 4 bars. Okay. Now our track, this is where we're going to pick where it's going to be like a drum track with a kit, our key group, our plugin, and this is basically that whatever program we're on over here. Right? Now what I want to do is click this button for the media. Now you may not have all these expansions because most of these I bought, but MPC Beats comes, I know, with the MPC Beats, this gray one right here. I think it comes with the soulful drums, the lo-fi, and the trap. So those should come with your software. So make sure you have that downloaded because that's what we're going to use. I'm going to use all stock stuff so we're all on the same page. I'm going to go to this lo-fi kit. Click on that one. And let's just double click that. And now we have that kit loaded up. And I'll press the bank A, B button. Then I'll hit these over here. Okay. And let's say, see how it keeps going on and on? If you double click stop, it'll stop whatever's playing. So basically, all you gotta do is just start recording. Let's just put a drum beat down. Let's go 1, 2, 3. So now the tempo's at 84.75. What I like to do, I like to round up. I like to have my BPMs even That's just me. So we're just gonna drag it to 85, and then I think there's a 1 bar count in. And let's just go. Alright, as you can see, we are way off. So let's highlight the ones that are not on beat properly. And we'll just drag those over. Okay. Now let's check out our kick. Okay, these are off too. And this one was off. And this is something, it's not always going to be perfect, you don't have to fix it. So now I'm just going to use the note repeat. Put these hi-hats in on the 4 pad. This right here. Ready? Alright, I'm glad I did that because I made a mistake. I just erased everything that we did. And all you have to do when you make a mistake is press undo. Now, we messed up because we pressed record. When we press record, it's going to overwrite everything. This is the overdub button. So that means that whatever's already in there with this kick and snare will add to it and not erase it. So let's start over. Let's make sure we got the overdub button on. Now let's try to add those hi-hats. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we got that. Let's just put that in there. Let's take that. Make sure overdub is on. Let's add that other hi-hat. Alright. What else we got in this kit? Alright, so let's add that. There we go. Alright, so we got our little drum beat. Now after you got that done, you might want to file, save this project. So you don't lose what you have. Always save as much as you can so you don't lose your ideas. Now, let's see what else is in this kit. Press the bank B button. Oh, I think I'm gonna add that. Just gonna keep adding and adding. Okay. Now the reason everything is super on beat, like perfect, is because timing correct is on. When it's off, you'll have like more human feel and things will be off. So if you want it perfect and you want it quantized, make sure the time correct is on. So if you want, ooh, all right, cool. So I feel like that sound has two parts to it. Let's see if we can get both. Now that sound is actually 8 measures. So what we'll do, I'm trying to make this easy for you guys. What we could do, let's just put that down for the first floor. So let's beginning. So I press it one time. So we got that as our beat right now. What I really want to do is find that sound. We'll go to bank B and we'll drag this in right there. Now we have that part in our beat, but we want to use that other part, the other half of it. So we're going to click on this waveform. So what I did, I just dragged it so that this is right here. Then it starts not at the beginning, but at this part. So I want to add that into like a part 2. So our first sequence is this, right? But I want to do another sequence. I just right clicks and I press copy, right? So we're going to copy sequence 1 to sequence 2. So now we're on sequence 2. Let's just put a 2 there just so we know what we're doing. We realize that. And now we're gonna go back to the grid and we're just gonna double click that synth melody so it's not there. Actually, what you could do, instead of doing that, our other synth is on that B, which is right here. Let's just move it up to that pad. So now when we play the second sequence, it goes like this. And that sounds like trash. And the easiest way that I could think of fixing it is just bring another one here. Right? And there's definitely an easier way to like copy, but it's easier if you have an MPC, I'm not gonna lie to you. Never mind, I'll just paste it in. I had to put those two sounds right here. I had to put that in the same mute group so that they cut each other off. Otherwise, it's gonna sound crazy. So now that we got that sequence together, we can go to we'll drag that first 4 bars in our first sequence, because now we're in song mode. Then we'll drag the next one in, and then we'll let it play. Let's see. Alright, let's just see if I can put the loop. Let's say I want that first to repeat twice, and then I want the other part to go 4 times. We'll just keep it at 2. So it'll do that one part twice and the other part twice. What we'll do is we'll convert the sequence, and we're going to go to this unused sequence right here. I'm going to press do it. Alright, now the sequence says the 3 from song. Now when we play it, this is what happens. And it just plays on loop. So that's how you can make a beat in sequence and then bring it back in. And that's really the basics of using this software. I will say that it's much easier to do on the MPC, but you just gotta learn how to do it in this software. I don't use this software often, so I can figure it out. It's just gonna take me some time to do things. But that's how you make your beat. Probably want to add a bass line. Actually, no, let's do that. So let's go to track 4 just to make sure. Alright, and let's go to our plugins button, right? Let's go down here and pick the plugin. Let's do our MPC plugins. Let's go to bassline. Let's just double tap that, and now see. If you really want to go crazy, you know, come over here and you could mix your record. Turn the bass down some. Too loud. So let's say you mixed it the way you wanted to, everything sounds good. Now the next thing to do is do a file, export as audio mixdown, and then you just press export, and then you'll have your, I think go to a wave. Yeah, you have wave, click, or MP, whatever you need, you click it, and then that's it, your song. Then you put in your iTunes, send it to somebody, whatever you want to do. So that is the basics of creating on this program. Now that's very, very light. There's so much more you can do, but we just don't have enough time. And I also don't know how to use it that well. To be honest with you, I'm just doing this to show you that it is possible to make a beat, and that's how you do it. Alright. Alright, so that was a step-by-step on how to get to point A to point B to make your song. I know AKAI has more videos on, I think it's called Beat Academy. I'm not totally sure, but if you go to AKAI's YouTube channel, they have plenty of videos on the MPK and the MPC Beats and how to use it. It's really intensive. You might want to read the manual. You want to make a beat every day and just using it as much as you can, learning the ins and outs of it. But if you still have problems, I would also suggest try using something like Serato Studio, which is, I think, very beginner friendly and much easier. Me personally, my DAW is Ableton, and I use Machine, and I also use the MPC as well, but for the most part, when I want to sequence, Ableton is what I use. But they all have their own learning curves. You just gotta stick with it and keep going and keep trucking, and you'll get there. Hopefully this video helps. If it did, please like, please subscribe, leave me a comment. I need all the love. Merry Christmas to everybody. I'll see y'all later. Peace.